Go for it. So could you introduce yourself, your name?
Okay, my name is Charles Williams, and I am the chief of the Kalinago people, the indigenous people of Dominica and the Eastern Caribbean.
And in terms of the hurricane, can you explain a little bit about what life was like just before the hurricane and what it's like now?
Wow, boy, it's a big change now. Eh? Apparently, people survived principally by sustainable farming. We would do agriculture. We farmed plantains, we had coconuts, we had avocados, we had bananas, we had breadfruits, we had several citrus fruits. We were embarking on building a chocolate factory in the Kalinago territory. We had over 2,000 cocoa plants propagated. We bought avocado plants from the consistent point and citrus plants we distributed across the Kalinago territory. Everybody is doing sustainable farming. Other than that, some people work in the private sector, some people work in the public sector. And then, so people live within the territory. There was reasonable standard of living in the territory prior to Hurricane Maria. When Hurricane Maria struck, people heard the warning, but people did not believe that we were going to have such a powerful hurricane. I didn't take that for granted. I heard because we were just on the verge of celebrating Kalinago Week, Carib Week, which is a week of September 19th, whereby we remember all the Kalinago people who suffered and died at the hands of the colonizers. So we always observe that every September 19th. So Sunday we had the opening of Carib Week, and Monday night, early Tuesday morning, here comes Maria. Alright? So the whole of Carib Week was washed out. And then not only the whole of Carib Week was washed out, but the whole of the Kalinago territory was washed out because 99% of the houses and the homes of the territory was in fact totally demolished. Yes, and when I looked around, there was no communication. Imagine the cell towers, big metal towers, just find themselves wrapped up. If you could go up Simpson to see where a cell tower wrapped up there and how it was done after so many years. That survived Hurricane David in 1979, and now it is totally wrapped up, and all of the cell sites wrapped up, the GG cell sites, all of them in the territory, but wrapped up, and there was no communication. So the parliamentary representative, Mr. Cassius Darrow, and myself, the Kalinago Chief, we checked on the plane from Melville Hall Airport. We went to Guadeloupe to tell the rest of the world what had happened to us in Dominica and the Carib territory about 4 or 5 days later. Then the supplies start coming in. I want to be thankful for the people who contributed and supported us with food supplies and other supplies after Hurricane Maria. And I really want to respond and felt that the Caribbean people came to Dominica and the Kalinago territory very quickly and very responsibly, because the Trinidadians came and they're still here, the Bajans came, the Bahamians come. You see I have a Bahamian hat on my head right now. Yeah, the Bahamians come, the French people came very willingly, and we got good support. We got very good support. The St. Lucians were here, the Antiguans were here, and we got very good support. And I want to thank those persons who came out and assisted us. Now, so those things happened, and apparently we had a solar project that we were supposed to draw close to $100,000 in benefits before Hurricane. We were negotiating that with the Central Utility Facility, Dominica, and the hurricane just come and wipe out everything, and we just lost everything. We had the council office was on solar. The Kalinago Barona Ote with tourist facility was on solar. The Salibia and Maho River Health Clinic was on solar. The Sineku Resource Center was on solar. So many other areas. The public library was on solar, and all those things just wipe out from the Carib territory. We had a solar farm, and everything went down. So really and truly, it sent us right back down. People now, after the hurricane, we are putting our pieces together, and people want their privacy, and people want their independence. So they collected the pieces, they salvaged whatever they could, and they tried to put shelter over their homes. Because while we are thankful for tents and tarpaulins, This does not offer the comfort that the people are looking for. So we use the tarpaulins to put over the galvanizer way to try to give them some safe and protected shelters that we're using. But right now what we're looking for, we want to build solid, strong houses that can withstand Category 5 hurricane winds. So next year, when the next hurricane comes, we know all people are safe. And that is our main concern right now. Yeah.
And what is the emotional, mental, psychological state of the people here now?
The honest truth, there are some people who felt it very, very hard. Some people cried. But right now, the people have realized what has happened and have decided to put back. On the agricultural side, we would also love to see if we get some support for agriculture, because that is the main income earner for people, and tourism. Now, our tourist cruise season opens in October, and to date we are not yet able to open the doors for the cruise season down here. So that is an economic impact that we are having. And also, we are not able to export not one single grain of banana or anything from agriculture. So the economy is really hit very, very hard down here. And that is left to see how long, because it's going to be very severe for the people. The state is giving some support for public support. There is some public assistance, and there is some people working under the National Employment Program. The state is able to maintain that. So people who are employed will have a little form of sustenance. But people who are self-employed have it very, very difficult. Like me, I'm a guest house operator. You can see the damage done to my guest house, and I have not been able to repair it, much less to open the doors for business. So that is happening. The Kalinago Bar now is not yet able to open its doors to business, and so the cruise season is not yet there, and so the tour guides and the taxi drivers and the souvenirs, the shop people, we are not able to yet earn a dollar for that. So that is one of the things we are suffering from right now. So the economy is struck very, very hard. And again, we want to thank those persons who are hearing this, and we want them to be remembered that I think in the Eastern Caribbean, Dominica is the most hardest hit island from both hurricanes, Irma and Maria. And we really, really suffered. And as you go along, you will film the trees in the interior and across the area, and you will see what it is like. Because at one point in time, where are you seeing houses now? There was no houses one time. Everywhere was dumb. But the people here are very hardworking and resilient people, and we're going to put it back, and we're going to put it back with the help of the Creator.
And one last thing, what is needed, what is most necessary, and then other essentials?
Right now, food is important. Clothing is also important too. But what is most important now is building materials to bring proper housing for the people. Now, not only do we need building material, we need some financial resources too, because you cannot always have everything available. You need to buy nails, you need to buy fittings, you need to buy this, you need to buy that. If you run short something, at least you can get reach down to the store and buy it. You need to pay for the labor cost for the people, since there is not earning power in the area at this time. We need to have some funds so that we can pay for at least. We even have we're having a meeting with our contractor. We're asking them to work at a reduced rate for the community, because all of us in the same dynamic. So we're looking at all of that, but we definitely need some financial resources to support one another in the community.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for this interview.